In today's video, I will be discussing the two different deities known as Cronus and Chronos. I often refer to Cronus as the Titan of time and the harvest, but this sometimes leads to confusion. People question whether I am confusing the Titan Cronus with the primordial deity of the same name. The answer is no, I am not confusing them, but I understand why there is some uncertainty. So, it's time for me to make a video where I explain and clarify the differences and similarities between the two. The main distinction between the two Cronus figures lies within the religious context. Throughout history, there have been various types of Greek religion practiced in different regions. The primordial Cronus is associated with Orpheism, the religion followed by the Orphic Greeks. Their version of Greek mythology shares similarities with the mainstream beliefs but also has some differences, including a unique perspective on the creation of the world. In the Orphic tradition, Cronus was the primordial god of time. He was depicted as a serpent with 3 heads, a man, a bull, and a lion. However, these details are not particularly relevant to our discussion today. According to Orphic beliefs, Cronus was the son of Phanes, the first being to hatch from the cosmic egg. Phanes was the initial ruler of the universe and passed the mantle down to his daughter Nyx, who, in turn, gave birth to Uranus. This creation story differs significantly from the more familiar accounts. Adding to the confusion, Cronus was sometimes equated with the Titan Iapetus, the first Titan king whom the actual Titan Cronus overthrew. At times, he was even referred to as Cronus Aeon or simply Aeon. As you can see, the multiple names and associations make the situation increasingly perplexing. Throughout history, Greek and Roman poets such as Pindar, Nonnus, and Cicero saw Cronus, the father of time, and Cronus, the father of Zeus, as the same deity. The primordial iteration was essentially absorbed into the Titan Cronus, who became the god of time and the harvest. The once primordial god of time, Cronus, was now referred to as Aeon, personifying eternity. Therefore, when I and others refer to Cronus as the Titan of time, we are not confusing him with the primordial Cronus. They essentially merged into one deity as the Orphic traditions of Greek mythology gradually faded and were replaced. It is worth noting that the oldest accounts of Greek mythology come from the Mycenaeans, who believed Poseidon to be the chief deity, the head of their pantheon. However, today, Poseidon is not commonly referred to as the ruler of Olympus because the beliefs of the Mycenaeans were integrated into newer iterations of the religion. If you are someone who distinguishes between the two Cronus figures, then you likely adhere to the Orphic belief that Eros was the primordial god of love, rather than the son of Aphrodite. In that case, do you dismiss the entire story of Eros and Psyche, or do you believe that there are two separate Eros entities? This only further contributes to the confusion. Greek mythology went through different phases of belief over time, and new beliefs replaced older ones. If one starts cherry-picking from different periods and tries to combine them, it results in a jumbled mess. Even in its most refined state, Greek mythology is inherently complex and inconsistent. In conclusion, yes, Cronus is the Titan god of time. However, there are also other deities associated with time, just as there are numerous deities associated with the sea or death, not limited to Poseidon or Hades. Both perspectives are valid, and it ultimately comes down to personal beliefs. It is important to acknowledge that Greek mythology underwent changes and certain gods and goddesses disappeared or merged with others over time. So, it is sometimes easier to accept that beliefs evolved rather than trying to reconcile conflicting accounts. I hope that my attempt to provide a coherent explanation has helped you understand the topic better, although I might have inadvertently caused more confusion. Please share your thoughts in the comments below.